In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a complete lead nurture sequence in GoHighLevel step by step, even if you've never built automations or follow-ups before. What's up guys, my name is Kyle. One of the biggest mistakes that people make in GoHighLevel is focusing only on getting leads, but not having a system in place to actually follow up with them properly. Most leads don't convert right away. They need reminders, value, and consistent follow-up. And that's exactly what a nurture sequence does for you automatically. By the end of this video, you'll know what a lead nurture sequence actually is, how to structure it the right way in GoHighLevel, how to combine SMS and email without being spammy, and how to build something that works in the background, while you focus on sales. If you want to follow along exactly as I do, you'll need access to GoHighLevel. You can use the link in the description below to get an extended 30-day free trial, as opposed to the regular 14-day free trial. Alright, let's start by understanding what we're actually building. Before we touch workflows, it's important to understand what our goal is. A lead nurture sequence is not a sales blast. It's a series of timed messages designed to build trust, stay top of mind, and move a lead toward taking the next step. Think of it like this. Someone shows interest today, but they might not be ready to book a call today. Your nurture sequence keeps the conversation going without you manually chasing them. In GoHighLevel, this is done using a trigger, multiple actions like SMS and email, delays, and logic to stop when someone responds. Now that you understand the purpose, let's build the structure. In GoHighLevels, in the left column, you want to click automations and then select create workflow from scratch. In the top, you want to give your workflow a name. So I will name this new leads and hit enter. So our workflow now has a name, which matters more than you think. As your account grows, clear names prevent confusion and mistakes. With the workflow created, the first thing we need is a trigger, because every automation has to start somewhere. So click add new trigger. For a lead nurture sequence, common triggers include form submitted, tag added, and funnel step completed. For this example, we are going to choose form submitted, so you can just type it in the search bar and select it. You can then select save trigger in the bottom corner. This tells GoHighLevel when someone should enter your nurture sequence. If the trigger is wrong, the entire automation won't run. Now that GoHighLevel knows when to start, let's decide what the lead hears from you first. Click the plus sign under your trigger to add an action. In the search bar, type SMS and select send SMS. The first message is important because it sets the tone. A simple example could be, hey, contact.firstname. Thanks for reaching out. Just wanted to let you know that I got your info and I'll be sending you a few helpful messages over the next couple of days. This works because it feels human, it sets expectations, and it doesn't try to sell immediately. Once you have completed typing your message, make sure to save your action. So now we have our trigger created, followed by an SMS. Now, instead of bombarding them with messages, we're going to space things out. Under the SMS action, click the plus sign again and type wait in the search bar. We are going to set the delay to 1 day. This delay is what makes the sequence feel natural. Without delays, messages stack on top of each other and feel very automated, even if the content is good. Spacing messages gives leads time to read, think, and engage. Once the delay is saved, we can continue nurturing. After the delay, we need to add another action. This time, we're going to send an email. So below our wait, we will click the plus sign again and type in email. Then select send email. This email should provide value and not pressure. For example, this could be a tip, a short explanation, or a helpful resource. So you need to type in your name, who is it from, select the email, and then your subject. So you could say something like quick tip to get you started. Why are we putting an email over here? SMSs grab attention quickly, whereas emails allow you to explain things more clearly without feeling intrusive. Once you have written your email, make sure to save the action. At this point, the sequence is starting to feel like a conversation and not an automation. Now we need to make sure that we don't keep messaging someone who has already replied. So below your email, click the plus sign again, and now we are going to add an if-else condition. So if a contact replies, we will stop the workflow. Why this is critical? You never want to continue nurturing someone who has already responded. That's how automations feel spammy. In the yes path, end the workflow. So as you can see, if the email is completed or whatever action you have added, then the workflow will end. If none of the conditions are met, then we will continue the sequence. This is where your automation starts to feel smart and not robotic. From the no response path, we are going to repeat the pattern. So we are going to add a delay of 2 days, and then we can add an SMS or email. You want your response to be a short, helpful message. So we could just type something like following up or whatever information you would like to add, and then select save action. So if none of the conditions are met, there will be a wait followed by an SMS. So these could be a reminder, common question, or a soft call to action. You don't need 20 messages. Most effective nurturing sequences are 5 to 7 touch points over 7 to 14 days. The goal is consistency, not pressure. At the end of the workflow, add a tag action. Example, lead nurture completed. This lets you segment contacts, trigger future automations, and see who completed your nurture sequence. This helps you understand what's working and what needs improvement. Before publishing anything, always test. Add yourself as a test contact, trigger the form, watch the workflow step by step. Most automation problems aren't technical, they're logical. Testing catches mistakes before real leads experience them. Once everything looks good, you can then publish your workflow. If you followed along and built this with me, good job. You didn't just create a workflow. You built a workflow that follows up consistently, builds trust, and increases conversations automatically. That's the real power of lead nurturing in GoHighLevel. If you want to try this for yourself or don't have GoHighLevel yet, you can use the link in the description below to get an extended 30-day free trial. Just so you know, these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small referral fee at no extra cost to you. Using these links helps support the channel so we can continue bringing you free step-by-step tutorials just like this. If this video helped, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.